Hey there! Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to dive into the world of sourdough bagels, baking them at home. If you're just starting out on your sourdough journey, today's recipe is the perfect project for you. Not only are these bagels chewy and delicious, but they're surprisingly easy to make. Let's dive into the ingredients and get started. We will be working with some simple, everyday ingredients. Here's what you'll need. First, you'll need 150 grams of active sourdough starter, 250 grams of warm water, 24 grams of sugar, 500 grams of bread flour, 9 grams of sea salt. You'll also need some cooking spray or oil to coat your bowl. And finally, you'll need 20 grams of honey, which we'll use when boiling the bagels for a beautiful shiny crust. When I make these bagels, I use my stand mixer, so I dump all of my ingredients into the bowl at the same time before I start mixing. Then I let the dough rest for 20 minutes on the counter, and I give it another good knead for about 5 minutes with my stand mixer. Then I remove the dough from the bowl and place it into a glass bowl that has been oiled and cover it with plastic wrap and let it sit until it's doubled in size. Once it's risen, it's time to shape our dough. We divide them into equal pieces, which depending on how big you want your bagels, depends on how many grams you do. I keep my bagels on the smaller side and I aim for between 80 and 90 grams per bagel. Roll those into balls, and then we need to let them sit for 15 minutes to let the gluten relax. Now it's time to shape them into bagels. Using your finger, you poke a hole through the middle of the dough. Then you use your other finger. It helps stretch it around your fingers until you have what you think is too big, because they will shrink up once they start to rise, and in the oven they will also shrink up and your hole will get smaller and smaller. Once those are shaped, leave them on your lined cookie sheet and let them rest for about 15 to 20 minutes. All right, now it's time for the magic. Bring a large pot of water to a gentle boil and stir in your 20 grams of honey. The honey helps give the bagels their glossy finish, and it also helps give them the chew on the outside crust. Drop your bagels in 2 or 3 at a time, depending on the size of your pot, and boil them for about 30 seconds on each side. After you remove them from the water, you can coat them with your everything seasoning or your dried onion, your cheese, before you place them in the oven. Next, you need to bake your bagels in a preheated 425 degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes until the bagels are nice and golden brown. And there you have it, your very own homemade sourdough bagels, perfectly chewy on the inside, golden and crispy on the outside. These bagels are sure to impress your family and friends, and most importantly, yourself as you continue your sourdough journey. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more delicious sourdough recipes. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or just want to share how your bagels turned out. Happy baking! I'll see you on the next one.